one of my favorite views up here at the top of the mountain. Beautiful, beautiful morning ruck. You can see Mount Diablo in the back there. Can't normally see that. And then Rancho Seco. Might have to get around these trees here, but the bay's out there. I mean, beautiful. I want to say it was a tiny bit more clear. I come up to this top twice on every rock. I want to think it was a little bit clearer a half hour ago, but there's Rancho Seco. This is super cool. There you go, look at that. Something else, huh? So we are, or I guess I should say, I am celebrating 5 years of rucking. And get my watch going here again. 5 years of rucking, 5 years ago, during the pandemic, was just kind of goofing around outside with our sled. And I figured I'll pull it up the hill, see how that feels on my body. So I hooked up a tow belt and a harness and drug a 200-pound sled up this hill next to our house. And when I got to the top, I thought, I'll just keep on going. So I went to the top of the next hill, turned around and came back. I did like 1.5 miles towing it. And then I was like, well, the sled's awfully loud. I'll hook up the tank, take my tank up here, my tank N1. So I did that for about 1.5 miles, wore out that tire, literally in one drag. I guess I can't even call it a ruck. And then started to research it a little more. Big thanks, shout out to Dan John, and helping the evolution of rucking. And now 5 years later, 40 pounds in tow. I would say, I don't know, I've been averaging somewhere around 20 miles a week for 5 years. So, I don't know, thousands of miles around our neighborhood. 30 pounds ago. That was about 275 or so when we started that, and floating in the low 250s, sometimes the high 240s. So definitely has helped change my life. Increase bone density and cardiovascular health, cognition, etc. And since then, of our 60 clients, I would say the majority, 90%, all have invested in vests and or rucksacks and do rucks as well. And then I would say 50% of my family all have their own vests and rucks. Shout out Michelle and Danny, Mike and Janine, and Keegan, the whole Caldwell Vanderplaat side. Devi got herself a vest. I mean, really makes me happy to be able to share this with everybody. It's such a great part of what we do. And so simple. You get outside, you get sun, fresh air, it can be social. You go with your buddies. And nope, I thought those were coyotes. They're huge rabbits. That one was massive. I saw a huge buck. There he is. I saw a huge buck down here not too long ago. Just so you guys don't think I'm nuts, you can see it there. It's a big rabbit, right? We're thinking it was a coyote. But anyhow. Yeah, this is up here in the Manzanita and all this. I love it up here. Big buck, all kinds of rabbits, foxes. We see it all. And I'm sure some mountain lions I've just walked right by and they're just like, hey bro. I wonder if they ever like, could have had that one, you know? I'm full already. Had a fox for dinner last night. I don't need that guy. Like, thank you, Mr. Mountain Lion or Mrs. Mountain Lion. I know I am hopefully not high on the menu, but I'm on it. But anyhow, on a more positive note, I I see great value in this. I encourage any of you, all of you out there, if you can walk, you can ruck. And the best way to get started is any backpack that you have. JanSport from college or whatever. Throw a couple of textbooks in there. Put a shower towel in there to fill up a little space so it doesn't flop around on you. Throw it on your back and go for a walk. Go out for a mile or 20 minutes. And that's it. Just start like that. 3, 4, 5 pounds. Don't go heavy. Start off super light. Go out for a mile or 20 minutes. And every day, do that for a month. Every other day, whatever you want to do. And when you get really comfortable with that, and if you decide this is what I want to do from now on, this is really fun, I'm digging it, you can get more serious about your gear. I'll put a couple links to some other videos I've done on gear review, and you can check that out, because the gear matters when you really want to be comfortable out here. You don't want to be wearing a JanSport backpack with a bunch of books in it for long, but it's worth doing that in the beginning to make sure this is what you want to do, and then you can invest in some good stuff. I bought this Go Ruck backpack, Go Ruck, I think 3.5 years, maybe 4 years ago, maybe even longer. I think I got it fairly early, and it still looks brand new. They're extremely durable. It was $300 something, maybe $400. Totally worth the investment. But I went for something that's, fairly high level, that I could put a lot of weight in, and it's going to last me forever. And that's what I would encourage you to do as well. So 5 years, at least 20 pounds, 10 kilos of body fat lost thanks to this, and a good, well, I would say better diet, and tons of time enjoying the outdoors. Look into rucking, folks. It's totally worth it. Get these beautiful views and these awesome experiences. Hopefully I'm not making you too dizzy walking about here. I do not have a gyroscope. I think that's what those are called, right? There's another coyote rabbit. There's another right there. Yep. So part of my reasoning is, well, if there's rabbits all around and deer all around, there's no mountain lions, because if I see all these animals, they would run away, right? But then Bob pointed out, this is the food source. You're around the food source. You are among the food source. So that's actually where they are. I said, oh, good point, Bob. So anyhow, always on alert. Hopefully wherever you're going to go ruck, you don't have a mountain lion concern. I've actually encountered more bears than mountain lions. However, we have lots of neighbors with cameras, and they post often. There's another one right there. You guys see him? Yeah, there he goes. Rabbits are all over today. Another one right there. Not even afraid of me. So, yeah, lots of videos of mountain lions. But dawn and dusk, try to avoid those in areas where there aren't people or traffic. There's another one right there. Wild kingdom of rabbits. All right, that's all, folks. I'm out of here. I hope you guys have a great day. Continue to fight your good fight against sarcopenia. See ya.